So in this video, we're gonna react to a future passport bro who gives his thoughts on black women in America. Let's get into it.
Hey, what's happening? Good evening. All right, so listen. Yes, I have another video. Video of a gentleman, and a gentleman. And he gives his philosophical view on why some women would not be approached by men. He lists these 6 items that if women do this, it guarantees that they will not be approached by men. Okay, let me say this, and I'm going to play each of the 6, and then I'm going to give you my assessment of that. But I do want to say this to him directly. My guy, when you make these comments, when you share your view, please don't generalize and make it seem like all men think like you, because all men do not share this rhetoric that you're spewing, okay?
That is a common tactic that passport bros love to use. They love to generalize whenever they make their points. For example, they'll say something along the lines of, most black women in America are toxic, most black women are masculine, not feminine, etc. And women overseas, whether she be a Latina, Asian, etc., are feminine, are submissive, are cooperative, or any other term that they like to use. These men will rarely, if ever, cite any proof to back up what they're saying.
I suggest you keep it in the first person and say, hey, here's some things that I don't like, and here's some things that would keep me from approaching you. All right, so keep it in the first person. All right, so let's take a look at his first comment where he talks about seeing her with a dog. Let's take a look.
I got about 5 or 6 things that will keep a man from approaching you or saying anything to you. 1, if he sees you with your dog, whether it be walking your dog, got your dog in a stroller, that kind of craziness, he's not going to approach you.
Okay, now, please help me understand how not having a dog with you would make you more approachable. In fact, if a guy who also loves dogs sees you with a dog, he's going to approach you because right off the break, you have something in common. Just like when women see men with dogs, same thing. And here's the thing, I have a dog. I love dogs. Okay. I definitely would not be dismissed by, seeing a woman walking her dog. It's absolutely cool. Like, what is the problem with that? So I'm assuming you just don't like animals. Or here's my other thought. Maybe you feel threatened by the animal by that dog because you feel like you'd have to share her attention with the dog. Because you clearly you want all the attention for yourself. And I mean, hey, that's your choice, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's your choice. But to discredit a man approaching a woman because she has a dog, it absolutely makes no sense at all.
It's quite ironic, the fact that this brother on the microphone just brought up the fact that these particular men feel threatened when a woman has a dog. These particular men will repeat what Kevin Samuels and other manosphere men talk about when they condemn women who have pets. These men will say things along the lines of, a woman with a cat will die alone, a woman with a dog will die alone. For some very odd reason, these men just get so triggered at the mere sight of a woman owning a pet, as if that's such a big deal. Just like what the brother said, it's completely normal for a woman or anyone to have a pet. But the issue with these manosphere thinking men is they're so self-centered and they want all the attention for themselves. They'll claim to be high value and want women to bow down and worship the ground they walk on, just because of their mere existence as a man. So when you hear these types of men on the internet 24/7 whining and complaining about women, all they're doing is broadcasting their insecurities.
All right, now let's look at his number 2 reason. And his number 2 reason was if she's with her mother, father, or her parents. Let's take a look at that one.
If he sees you with your mother or your father in the store shopping or whatever, it's not a go. He's not going to approach you.
All right, so help me, like, help me to understand how this makes any sense. You see her with her mother or her father. I don't get that. That's a wonderful thing. You see somebody with their mother or father. And here's the other part. I think that would be a great opportunity if you saw a woman who's attractive, or you were attracted to, and she was with her parents. That would be a wonderful time. You get to meet them, and not saying but I'm saying you kind of get that, feeling of family. She's connected to her family. She loves her family. There's nothing wrong with that. So here's my thought to you. So you don't like the fact that she's close to her family, and maybe she enjoys the opportunity to spend time with her family. Tell me how that's a bad thing. Or is it because, once again, you see she's close to her family, which limits your opportunity to maybe manipulate, maybe control her, maybe? Or maybe it's because, since her family is close and her mother or father is with her and you approach her, maybe they could smell your BS and school her to the game. Or, of course, once again, goes back to the need for attention. Maybe you're afraid of having to share her attention with her parents.
These manosphere type men can't make up their minds. 1 minute they're condemning women for not having their father in their lives, calling them fatherless and all kinds of other demeaning terms. And then the next minute they're condemning women for actually having their father in their lives and condemning women for spending time with her family. It's like, at this point, these particular men just act like they hate women. It's like, in their minds, women can do nothing right. And just like I've said in previous videos, these particular men fall into the incel spectrum. And this is definitely incel type tactics and mindsets.
Dude, we're talking about her parents. Help, make this make sense to me, man. Make this make sense to me. All right, so let's look at the third one. This third one is if he hears her laughing loudly. All right, let's take a look at that one.
If he hears you laughing real loud, regardless of where you are, a real loud laugh turns a man off. He's just about to size you up already that you're a loud woman, and you probably talk about it.
So now she's so you hear her out laughing. She could just have a hearty laugh. She can really there are people who laugh from their gut. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a hearty laugh. Like, help me understand how that equates to a woman being loud. I know plenty of people, men and women, who have hearty laughs. And there's some people who have laughs that I just enjoy, and it's loud, but that is distinctive to who they are. So again, my assessment to that point. So the idea of a hearty laugh disturbs you. The ability for a woman to express her joy and or her happiness without reservation bothers you. Or here's the other part. Is it because you want to keep her quiet because her wonderful presence would draw attention to her vibrant spirit, right? Which we know you probably would be challenged with, because now you've got to share her excitement or her joy or her presence with other people. I'm seeing a pattern here, bruh. I'm seeing a pattern here. All right, so the fourth one, he talks about bonnets on her head. Okay. All right, so
Bonnets on your head? Back in the day, it was rollers, but now it's bonnets. Coming to the house with bonnets, the chances of you getting picked or getting approached is slim to none.
Okay. All right, so the bonnets on the head is not a really irrational dislike. I'm of the opinion that people can wear whatever they want to wear.
These particular black men who always have something to condemn black women about will never condemn women of other races for the same exact things that they're condemning black women for. Whether it's bonnets, weaves, makeup, etc. They'll only condemn black women for wearing or using those products, but they'll never condemn white women, Asian women, Latino women, etc. And of course, that derives from self-hatred. These men hate their entire race of women for whatever superficial and irrational reason.
I think by and large, we are black people. We are trendsetters. I think we can make anything fashionable. We can make anything a part of fashion. I don't know if every woman who wears a bonnet is trifling or any of that stuff. You know, I can kind of understand why someone might feel like that. But again, you know, to each his own. I think, and here's my personal, I don't mind seeing a woman natural with no makeup, out in sweatpants, you got a bonnet on, whatever. And to your point, he makes a point at the end talking about Pookie or Ray Ray. I'm neither one. I'm an educated man, right? And I look at the whole person. And if I think a person is comfortable enough with themselves to go outside as they choose, as long as it's tasteful, and they could have on a really nice bonnet. I don't see the issue with that. But again, that's your call. All right, and then we're gonna take a look at his next one. He talks about long fingernails. All right, let's take a look at that one.
Long fingernails, you know what I'm talking about. Chances of getting approached are slim to none.
Okay, so here's the thing. Women wear fingernails, okay? They wear eyelashes, they wear makeup, they wear hair. That's a part of being a woman. If she chooses to wear long nails, I don't know how that's a bad thing. Now, I know I've seen women who have let their nails grow over the years and have those really long curled nails and things like that. But again, it goes back to personal preference. And I don't think necessarily that is a deterrent. I think that, you know, again, it's part of being a woman. And when she is, you know, beauties herself up, that's part of who she is, her nails. So she has long nails. Again, I don't know how you rationalize, you know, nails with not being approachable. But again, that's you. Again, you, not all men. All right, so let's take a look at the last one. This one yeah. He says about having kids. Let's take a look.
If he sees you with 2 or 3 kids, your chances of getting approached are slim to none. Now, he might just approach you with 1 child. But if you got 2, one walking and the other one in a basket, your chances of getting approached are slim to none.
You have a problem with a mother being a mother. You have a problem with a woman being a mother for being out with her children. You say, well, 1, maybe 1, you know, but no more than 2.
What's quite hypocritical is that these same types of men would go overseas, whether it be Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, Philippines, or whatever other hotspot that passport bros like traveling to, and they'll go wife up or they'll go cuff up a single mother overseas. These men will get on the internet all day and condemn black single mothers in America, but won't condemn single mothers of other races. But of course, there's nothing to condemn a single mother over, as long as she's taking care of her kids.
My father was stabbed to death when I was 13. I had a stepfather. I have 2 brother and a sister, so we're 3 of us. And he did.
Before we end the video, just FYI, at the time that the original video on TikTok was posted, TikTok did not allow videos to be over 10 minutes. And I believe they still have that rule in place. So the original video does cut off right there, but the man that he was reacting to pretty much listed all of his reasonings for why women in America, specifically black women in America, won't get approached. Of course, that's simply just his opinion. You know, in typical fashion, he was generalizing, just like a lot of these manosphere type men do. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned to the channel.